Hey, it's Dan Graetz. My friends call me Graetzy. I'm the host of The Undercurrent, where we give airtime to people and issues that matter. If you're into this, throw me a like, subscribe, or a follow. This is my 3 things this week. The landmark Alan Fels review into price gouging by Australian companies was released this week, and it introduced us all to some cool terms to describe shitty things we experience on a daily basis, like drip pricing, excuseflation, confusion pricing, loyalty taxes, and my personal favourite, rocket and feather pricing. When a company has expenses that they want to pass on to consumers, their prices go up like this. And when they have savings they could pass on to consumers, their pricing goes down like this.
Fluffity puffity washily.
Anyone with a mortgage will know that feeling from interest rate changes. Anyone with a savings account will know that feeling in reverse. The main takeaway from the review is that there is nowhere near enough true competition in the Australian markets. So far, the federal government's response has been Lloyd! Next up, a tragic exclusive from The Guardian's Christopher Knaus, who over a year-long investigation has found that Australians who experience homelessness have an average life expectancy of just 44 years. This would be a tragedy under normal circumstances, and it hits even harder in light of our worsening housing crisis. We'll be covering this issue in greater detail at The Undercurrent when we resume in-depth episodes not long from now. Finally, the Rally Against Reckless Renewables hit Canberra this week, an event where the speakers almost outnumbered the attendees. The sun-dried goonbag was there, along with Malcolm Norberts and descending face sufferer Matt Canavan, who presumably was using the occasion as a desperate attempt to keep his brother's coal mine afloat. The subject matter was mostly confected excrement, but amongst the audience were some citizens genuinely concerned with compulsory land acquisitions for high voltage power lines. Throwback to 9 years ago, and the first ever Undercurrent episode where we covered the utter corruption in Australia's electricity market with the gold plating of power infrastructure. We'll have more to say soon, along with some exciting updates on the potential for microgrids and community batteries to overcome the need for unnecessarily crisscrossing this massive dry continent with HV lines. As for how we generate and store power, now that batteries are becoming a proven success in not just storing renewable energy, but preventing blackouts by acting as giant capacitors in the network, it's getting so much easier to argue with these loose units. Should we make power using free energy from the sun, wind, and tides? Or should we spend a ton of time and money digging up tons of fossils and setting them on fire? Same question should be asked of Bogan Prince Joffrey here, who just approved another mega coal mine in the Bowen Basin. If you've got a story that's worth telling, hit us up at theundercurrent.com.